Hello and welcome to episode 89 of Miff's podcast. I'll try that again.
Welcome to Miffs. I'm Matt Huss. And I'm Dan Rhodes. Whether you know about Theseus or you're revising your syllabus, if you want tales with a bit of jest or you just want to hear about incest. What? What? It's really interesting. Welcome to Miffs. Welcome to Miffs.
Hello and welcome to episode 89 of Miff's podcast. I am Matt, the Viking host, and this is
Dan Rhodes. Thanks for having me.
No. What's your like nickname?
Thank you, Matt. I'm good. Yourself?
Okay, stop reading auto prompts.
Sorry. Why do we write those?
Yeah, we never look at them.
Do you know how I love about this podcast? Is people think that it's not scripted, and actually it is scripted 100%. We're just that good at acting like it's not scripted.
Yeah, what we do is spend a lot of time researching like fuck ups, people who really mess up the podcast and act unprofessional. But it's to give it an air of spontaneity.
Yeah, we're method actors.
Yeah, we're very It's actually a period piece about two people who won't have any career prospects. So I'm Matt the Viking host. What's your Norse myth name?
Oh, Matt. Well, you just picked an obvious one.
Well, it's fine. We'll start again.
As I'm saying, we're doing Greek mythology. Here's Dan the Greek Rhodes.
I like that actually. I'm Matt the Viking host. This is Dan the Greek Rhodes.
Dan the island of?
Yeah,
Rhodes. Yeah. Dan Lindos Rhodes.
No, that's not bad. Dan Lindos Rhodes. Mine's shit now. Matt the Dreadwolf. Oh, Hoss.
Matt Brian Hoss.
No, not Brian, because Brian's the creepy man that did the quiz last week, right?
What quiz?
The are you a male or female quiz.
Was that by a guy called Brian?
Yeah.
I was thinking more Brian the Eagle, but...
Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, maybe Brian did it! Yeah, let's leave that out. Anyway, hi, I'm Matt, the Dreadwolf / Viking host, and this is Dan. And today we're going to be taking you through a whole array of content. Oh, we're done.
Yeah, we are. And by a whole array, we mean one thing. One subtopic of Norse mythology.
And that's what we do. We like to take you through myths and have fun.
But before we do that, let's do our classic Miffs banter.
By which I mean we waffle for 20 minutes, you regret it, and then you skip forward. There we go. So I wanted to tell Dan about a bad situation I was in a couple of weeks ago.
Please go.
Are you not going to inquire?
What was the bad situation,
Yes,
Matt? Matt, there's a rainbow on our floor and it's distracting me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, my story isn't as interesting as a rainbow.
It's really beautiful, though. The sun is coming through the window and it's hitting the glass of water on the table. And it's making like a beautiful, beautiful rainbow. It's like two rainbows, like smashed together. Like two rainbows doing doggy.
That's how they make small rainbows.
That's how they make smaller rainbows. And how is a rainbow? The Rainbow Bridge?
Rainbow Bridge by
Bifrost.
And that links to the podcast.
It does. See
and
what
the
I did there?
podcast links back to my story about Airbnb.
B.
Yeah. So I in the last couple of months I've been all over the shop. In fact, in 1 week I was in Aberdeen on the Monday, then Canterbury on the Wednesday, and then Newcastle on the Thursday. Because I like a challenge.
Woo!
That's a long distance.
That's
right?
a long distance.
Literally travelled the whole of the UK as well. Aberdeen's a lot further north than I thought it was.
Aberdeen's really far north.
Yeah, because in my head it was like, it's just now north of Edinburgh. No, it's not. But I did a cool little festival up there, which was really cool. I did my show up there, which was good fun. And that show was on tour, by the way. But beyond that, though, I stayed in two weird Airbnbs that week as well. Because I stayed in, did a vegan show in London, and I also did my tour show on the Monday in Aberdeen. And in Aberdeen in the morning, I'm pretty sure the guy who ran the B&B, he'd been running for 30 years. And he seemed nice, but I think he might be a murderer.
Okay, no, why?
Just got a vibe.
Just got a murderer vibe.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, some people just have murdery vibes.
Actually, tell you what it is, Dan. Can we just shake hands for a second?
Okay, let me just go with the thing on.
Yeah, because you're fiddling with it. How was that handshake for you?
Good.
Because I'm quite conscious about my handshake.
It's a good handshake. A bit limp, but it's okay.
You think I'm limp? Oh no, that's not good. Do you think it's limp?
A little bit. Do it how we would do. See, that was better. The first time you didn't do that, I think you were too relaxed.
Yeah. But thank God, because I hate a limp wrist. So let's do it now. I'll do a limp. That's awful, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
You have to really, and but like the guy I was with, he gave me a really limp wrist as well. Like it's like putting your cock in my hand. You know what I mean? It's like it's not. I don't want that. You know. I mean,
Do you think it's weird to think that every hand you've ever shaken has probably had a penis in it at some point?
or every mouth you kiss has had a cock in it.
Well, have you ever sucked a dick?
No, I haven't.
So when we kiss, it hasn't.
Well, I have to your dick, but
Oh shit, yeah. So I kissed my own dick.
you kiss your own dick. Wow, this is not staying in.
No, hold on.
Right, sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, but like
You stayed in a murderer's house.
But I woke up in the morning and like I stayed next to two like electricians who like smashed the doors through and they kind of like made loads of noise at 6:30 in the morning and yeah, it's just not, but it's kind of weird for me to stay in like a nice B&B because I felt nice. It was like homey, but then the next day I was in Camden, right, and this is one of the worst experiences I've ever had. Like in London, if you were to stay in a place overnight, how much are you expecting to pay?
Well, London's quite expensive, so probably
And
like...
Camden, so it's pretty simple.
Yeah, probably like... I don't know. For one night, I don't know, like 70, 80 quid?
I paid £20. So,
Okay.
yeah, so what does that tell you so far?
You really went...
All out.
Okay, yeah.
And that's a lot for a Yorkshire man.
That is a lot.
I would sleep in my car for free.
That's almost £19 more than you'd be willing to pay.
Well, it's £20 more.
It's £25 more.
Yeah, I want to get paid for my company. I'm a gigolo, but like so I went for a cheapskate. Actually, I was going to say we're a friend, but like they lived quite too far out, so I thought maybe just stick for a Camden and then can leave straight away the next day. And it was one of the worst decisions I've ever made because firstly I got back after the gig and one of my friends, like I'm quite a chilled out guy, but I got quite nervous because he said, "Oh, make sure you get back to your Airbnb quick because this part of Camden is quite stabby." I'm like, "Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, I'm going to go home." I don't deal well with that kind of situation, Dan.
What, the risk of being stabbed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot of people deal with that well, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Matt, there's a very high likelihood you will be stabbed in the coming few hours.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm...
Oh, I'm a bit nervous now. Obviously.
No, but I don't think I'm streetwise because people say, "Yeah, I might get stabbed," but yeah, I'm part of the street. I don't care. But I think I'm like, "Oh no!" Yeah.
I don't think if you was being, I don't think you'd get stabbed though. I don't think people would pick a fight with you. Like,
Really?
What are you?
I think I might have. I think I have a homeless vibe.
Yeah, you have like a vagabond vibe that I think would be like. Did I say vagabond or vagabond?
Vagabond, but I enjoyed
You know what
the
I meant.
sentiment.
You know what I meant, yeah.
enjoyed the sentiment.
I think that's what you look like. I think that's the kind of vibe you'd give off. So people would be like, "Oh, this guy's." I'm not taking that. Everything I see him using right now is probably everything he has. I don't want to take that from him.
Yeah, but I think people might do. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so I got back to my Airbnb quite quickly, and there was no check-in. You had to there's a keypad on the door, right? And firstly, they didn't send me the keypad dated code, so I just stood outside for a very long time, just guessing, if you know what I mean. I was like knocking on the door, eventually it came through, and I kind of went through. And then I went to my room, and earlier that day, I did check it out as well, and I found out that I booked a room, and I thought it was a solo room, but no. It had a double bed in there as well, so I had a single bed, but also in the room was two other people going to be sleeping there, and that's why it was cheap, Dan. That's why it was
This is a hostel.
Yes, it was a hostel, but
Like
I
a
didn't,
dorm room.
didn't plan for it to be a hostel though, and that's not a good vibe.
No, I have done that once before when I rocked up thinking I booked a single room for like a really cheap deal, and actually I just misread something, and actually it was with other people.
And how do you find that situation?
Well, that was during a trip where I had done a lot of staying in hostels on my with other people, so I didn't have a problem with it. It was more the fact that this particular time I thought it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was kind of stoked for that. I was like, oh, one night where I don't have to sleep with someone else. And I was like, oh, man.
Because I was in Aberdeen, and that room was actually really nice. He actually put me in more of a deluxe room just because they had the space. I was like, oh, that's really kind. So I went down like 2 social classes that day, if you know what I mean. I felt like it was kind of grim. But then my bed was the single bed, and the other 2 people used the double bed. And I was like, okay, that'll be fine. It's not. I'll just leave early in the morning. It's fine. But when I get back, firstly the thing didn't lock. I was like, why isn't it working? And the guy sent me a text like, you're doing it the wrong way. I was like, oh, fair enough. So, but then I got in. But Dan, one of those guys was sleeping on my bed as well. Instead of sleeping on the bunk where he's supposed to be, sleeping on my bed, which one was designated to me. And I got him quite late in all first. I was like, what?
Did I have your stuff on it?
Well, I didn't leave my stuff there because there's other people, but they assumed they just wasn't turning up. And I knocked on the door, they didn't open it or anything like that. And I didn't expect them to get up, but like they've been knocking for like 25 minutes at this point. And so I got onto the other bed. I was like, this isn't ideal, but it had their dirty laundry on it and stuff like that. So dirty sheets and dirty pillows and stuff like that.
When I was I feel your pain because when I was in Byron Bay in Australia, I was in a mixed. A lot of the time, it's mixed dorms. Actually, most of the places I went travelling, it's quite common now to have mixed dorms. Mm-hmm. I turned up. I was one of only. So it was a 4-person room. And there was like 2 bunk beds, and just completely the same, 2 equal bunk beds. There wasn't anything special about any particular position. There was just 2 bunk beds in this room. I walked in there, and there was a girl already in there. I had a nice chat to her. She seemed very lovely, and I said, "Oh, is anyone else here?" She said, "No," and I said, "Oh well." So I did. She was on the bottom bunk of one of them. So I did the polite thing and went to the top bunk of the other one. So it's like it's the unspoken rule that you go to the next. It's a bit like a urinal with men. You always go to the next furthest away.
I didn't know that was the vibe.
That's what you do. Like
it'd be kind of creepy if you went to the top bunk of hers.
Right? Yeah. When there's 2. She'd be like, what? This whole bed is free.
Yeah,
so that's frowned upon.
Like if you sat next to someone on the bus.
Yeah, and going on the bottom one could be done, but then it looks like you're kind of. You're kind of next to her.
I wouldn't mind that as much. Yeah, no, I don't mind it. Like,
but still, what I'm saying is the polite thing is to do the exact opposite. Yeah. So that's what I did, and that's etiquette. And we did that. We had a nice chat, and then I left for the day because I was with other people that were. Unfortunately, I was travelling with some other people to Byron Bay, but we couldn't because we booked. We were booking as we went, like as we turn up to a place. Yeah. And because of limited availability, we couldn't all get in one room. Mm-hmm. So we had to like spread out and we were in different rooms. So anyway, I went and met them. We went to the beach, went surfing because Australia, and obviously that's what you do. Mm-hmm. So we go surfing for the day. I come back. Now, by the way, bear in mind, I've put my bag, my day sack, on my room. And I've even because I had like 10 minutes or so where I actually lied on the bed. I like checked my Facebook or whatever. So the sheets have definitely clearly been like, because I've had to like untug them from the, you know how it is when you get to a hotel and they're like almost magnet shut to the. So I did that.
Let me tell you, mine wasn't in Camden was not.
Oh,
good,
okay.
Yeah, but
so clearly I've been in that bed, right?
Yeah.
And the woman don't know it. So I come back, go for the day. I come back just before dinner to get like showered and changed. I'm all sandy and seedy from the beach and stuff.
See.
And there was just some girl. She must have been like young, like 18, 19. Just on my bunk. And my stuff had been put above the other girl.
Oh my god.
Who I first walked in and saw.
Psychopath.
And I thought, this is weird. There was only her in there. I thought, this is weird. So I said, excuse me, have you moved my stuff?
You confronted?
Well, no, because I wanted to make a point of it. I wanted to be like, hi, how are you? Name's Dan. Da, da. I was like, you don't happen to know what happened with here, do you? I'm convinced I put my stuff on this bed that you're in now, but it doesn't matter. You know, I paid it off.
Yeah. Were you cool about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought it was a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Considering they are equal. Weird. And she said, she was French, and she was like, yeah, I did that. I was like, why? Yeah. But I was like, well, I wasn't that mad. Yeah, I was like, it seems a bit weird. Like, what? Why?
You have way more like balls than mine because I've.
And then she was like, well, I was being nice about it. I wasn't like being a
dick. For sure. You
I wasn't like, what the fuck are you doing? Some people act like that in those kind of situations. And I was just like, well, at the end of the day, all she's done is pick my bag up and move it. But it's the fact that she's touched it, and, like, just by principle, like, why do that?
Yeah, and it's kind of like dibs.
And it's not hostile etiquette at all to move. So once someone's got a bed, it's like Bagsy deal. That's just how it works.
And
I was like, why did... I just thought, do you mind? I said, just out of interest, why did you do that? And she was like, I just prefer sleeping on this side of the room.
Okay.
And then I was like... But she didn't ever apologize. That's what I thought was weird. She didn't say, I'm really sorry, like...
Yeah.
And then what was really weird is the girl then came... She then left, right? No, actually, I think she was still there. And I was in the top bunk. And the girl who I'd obviously first met when I walked in...
Oh my god.
Walked
she thinks... Yeah.
Well, no, she didn't actually. I was a bit worried that she might think that I'd just been like, I really want to sleep above this girl.
Yeah,
like,
right, because that could have been
creepy. So she walked in, and then she like, if you imagine, as she's standing up, she can almost see through the grate of mine, like when I'm lying up.
Oh my god!
So she like make eye contact with me, and she was like just mouthed to me really quietly. She was like, "Has that girl moved your stuff?" I was like, "Yeah, I think she did." Never mind, the other girl was just on her headphones in the corner, so we were whispering. And then the girl was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." Like, she was like, "Yeah, I came in shortly after you like left the room when you first arrived," and like, she was like, "I'm pretty sure I saw her moving your stuff, but I didn't say anything because she wondered if there'd been some kind of like, she wondered if she was with me or like,
yeah." Oh my god!
Do you know what I mean?
Thickens.
So that first girl who I first met must have been like, "That's weird. Why is that girl moving that guy's stuff?" Mm-hmm. Oh well, maybe they're because it's so not done.
Yeah,
she just assumed that, that must be. And because I'd mentioned that I was travelling with some.
Oh, I see.
I'm here with my friends who we've been travelling Australia with. Like, she must thought, oh, it must be her. But I was like, no, she just moved my stuff.
Oh my god!
And the woman was like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
And I got murderous vibes from her too.
Oh, murderous vibes
from the Australian girl. From the French girl. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, get it from all French people.
I have so many hostel stories, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
I have hundreds.
The
guy that woke up and pissed all over the girl below him. That was really bad.
What? Sorry, hold on. So he was so drunk he pissed himself, and then
he was so drunk
it dripped.
No. There was a toilet. It was a dorm, like an 8-person dorm, and at the end of the dorm was a toilet. Like the toilet was for the
in the room.
That's quite common. No, like a cubicle, like an ensuite.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like the equivalent of an ensuite, but it's shared by the 8 people in that room.
That's fine. I thought it was like literally like a toilet. No,
it's like a jail toilet. It's like a few cubicles in like a room. Oh. And he just like got drunk and walked his way down to the end of the room, got to like the bed nearest the door to the toilet, just got his cock out and pissed all over this poor girl on like this bottom bunk.
Oh,
that was like a whole commotion. We all had to wake up at like 2 a.m. with her like screaming, being like, she's like, it was in Seattle. She was like, "What the hell are you doing?" He was like, no. He's British as well, and I was like, oh, there has to be a Brit, doesn't it? Of course he's English, like fucking twat. And then,
listen, my mouth is agape.
That happened.
Like
so I then had to. It was really hard to get to sleep because obviously then there was like loads of the security people. Really good hostel actually. I'd recommend it. It's called the Green
Taking the Piss.
Green Turtle, I think. No, it was really good. Taking the Piss. No, it was really good. Near like sort of Pike Market.
So imagine like. I'm not giving this guy a defence, but imagine being so drunk and you think you're pissing in the toilet and you get your aim wrong.
So he got like kicked out. He got like manhandled out by the security. He was really drunk, and the security were like, "Pack your stuff. You're getting kicked out of this hostel. Like you can't piss on someone." But he was so drunk, he didn't really know what he'd done. Well, he did know what he'd done, but he was so out of it. I think he was on something, to be honest. So that was fun. Cabbage Girl in Brisbane.
Wait, can I finish my story?
Yeah.
Basically, sorry.
I thought you had finished.
No. Basically, it was just that I got a bit sad and sent a passive-aggressive email to the owner, and he put me in a different room. So
fair play. But that's how you resolve those situations.
But it's the only time I got like I'm a very chill like guy, but it's the only time in my life I was like I could fucking murder that guy. I gave off the murderous vibe to the guy who's sleeping in my bed. I was like, fuck you. Who do you think you are stealing my bed from me? But then I slept in a linenless bed. Just a duvet with no sheets on it. Nice, yeah. Nice. Oh, I think I have hepatitis.
Yeah.
Also, the only other time I stayed in the hostel was after my breakup with Beep, and I saw a Jeff Rosenstock gig, and the drunk scousers came in, just like when everyone's like really quiet, and it's quite hard to find. It had different numbered beds. That's the hard thing.
Yes, yeah.
And that's difficult to do, and so you have to try and find it in the dark. And then, but these guys,
funny you're seeing the cinema. You're like, sorry.
Yeah. But it's like it's not even lit up whatsoever. No. It's really hard, and you try and blind people by accident with your torch. But then these drunken guys come and go, and who slept beneath me as well. Like, a fucking nine man. No, it's Geordie. Hey, yes, people. That's wrong accents. But this scoused and very angry and very drunk, like aggressively drunk. Everyone in the room was like, "Should we tell them to shut up?" It's like, we do want them to be quiet, but we don't want them to murder us.
Yeah. My hosteling experience throughout the world was actually very, very good. And the number, I spelled so many different hostels, but actually it's pretty good. But it does just take one twat, basically. The one thing that always annoys me were people that would come in and like, they'd get back, not even drunk sometimes. Maybe they've arrived from the airport or something like. It'd be like 3-4 in the morning. They just turn all the main lights on.
That is psychopathic behaviour.
Yeah, so there's like a whole.
Okay.
You got 10, 12, sometimes up to 16 people in a dorm room, all being woken up because you just turn on the lights. So you with the torch, that's what you're meant to do. Okay, it's a bit annoying that you might blind someone, but for the most part, we accept that you've got to look somehow. No one's ever going to have a go at you for trying to be quiet.
Yeah, and be quiet. You're trying.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have the awkward zip where it's like...
Yeah, and it's like... fuck. I'm really sorry.
Sorry.
And then when you get out the bed...
bunk.
And you realise...
And then you forgot something.
Oh my god.
I was just like, oh man.
Can you do a soundscape? I have to guess what you're doing in the dorm bed.
Okay, go on.
Okay. I don't know what it is. Jigsaw pieces?
I was petting a toad.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, that's what I call it. That lasted almost as long as the quiz intro has.
Next time we'll do just some good stories in there.
Thank you. We can cut a lot of that.
Nah, it's like you love it. Anyway, we are going to do some myths now.
It's a shame I haven't done this before. I've got so many hostel stories.
Well, we'll do it next week.
Okay, we'll do it next week. I'll do my list of top 10 craziest hostel moments.
Top 10? Wow.
I don't think you understand how many nights I've spent in hostels around places.
Wow, okay. That's well, Dan, when I say, I've got an interesting story, it's obviously not that interesting, but like, you could use one of these stories.
Yeah, but my travel stories I just get boring after a while, don't they?
Oh, look at me, I've seen the world. Oh, la-di-da. Ooh. Oh, I have disposable income. Ooh, la-di-da, I'm Dan. Ooh, I've had sex with a toad. Ooh, la-di-da.
There's one time I told you about that.
Some kind of toad joke.
Matt, should we do the jingle and then see you on the other side?
Alrighty.
Knowles! Miffs! Knowles! Miffs! Knowles! Miffs! Knowles! Miffs!
Anyway, today, Dan, what are we doing today?
We are going to. So we've talked about the creation of the Norse universe.
Mm-hmm.
We've also talked about
Isidr.
what's it again?
Isidr. It's just a
Yggdrasil.
That's it. Yeah. And
the tree holding up the 9 worlds.
And since we're at the very, very start of Norse myths,
Why not jump to the end?
Yeah, why don't we jump to the very end? Called
Ragnarok. But why is Ragnarok important to know this early on?
Yeah, we wouldn't usually just jump to the end. No. Although I did know someone once who did always read the last page of a book. Which, that's weird though, right?
Michael Caine always says that in order to get a part for a role, he reads the first page and the very last page of a script, and if his character's on both, then he takes the role.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna come out and say this. Michael Caine's a piece of shit.
I wouldn't want that part, because I want my character to die. That's more interesting.
Yeah, right? Sean Bean didn't do that.
Caine. Was it Michael Caine that did that?
Yeah, I think it is. And you know what? He has some weird political views, and he's a bit of a prick. You know what? Great as Alfred. Everything else is fine.
Oh, I'm going to feel real bad if it turns out it wasn't him.
Yeah. Well, you've unleashed this cannonball now. We should probably Google that. Right, I retract that if that's not true. However, that stays viable if that's true. I wish that was
anyway, there was an actor that I read.
Yeah, that actor, whoever it may be, is a piece of shit. I like that edgy new character.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Alright, Dan. So,
Ragnarok.
So the reason we're doing it is because
Ragnarok is basically the Armageddon.
But why are we doing it now?
Because
it's important.
It's important because, even though it's like Armageddon, it's like their judgment day, it's the end of the universe. The Vikings, it's very important to them because everything they do is leading up to Ragnarok. They know that it's going to come at some point. They believe that the end would come, and they believe that their gods and their time, and particularly humans and the 9 realms and your time on Earth was finite.
Yes.
And that's important because it means that they understood that.
And everything in this world has a knock-on effect.
Has a knock-on effect,
There's consequences and everything.
And that you don't get your run of everything.
And nothing is fair, and I think this is going to play up to morals as well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they knew it had been a long, long time, but they knew at some point.
Yeah, but it's like
It is like the Armageddon of
The-
Ragnarok.
It has a deadline to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
the gods will die, everyone will die,
because
everything will restart again.
instead of like Greek myths where it just kind of fades out, this is has a definite line in the sand there, and I think that's important. And that kind of shapes the universe a little bit, doesn't it? With that knowledge of the end, allows you to kind of connect the dots a little bit.
Yeah, and it helps people maybe in the Viking times believe that like, oh, it's nice that I'm playing my part in the timeline of the universe.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful way to put it. So without further ado, shall we get on?
Let's get on to what Ragnarok is. What is the end?
Can
I start? Because I'm obviously going to read this out like a boss.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
can you do it like a
film trailer?
Yeah.
Ragnarok is the cataclysmic destruction of the cosmos and everything in it, starring everyone in the universe.
Including the gods.
When Norse mythology is considered...
Wait, have you gone to, like... You went from, like, action trailer to David Attenborough there.
Well, I just want to read out normally. I'm not obviously reading out a whole thing like that.
Thing,
no.
When Norse mythology is considered a chronicle set of tales, the story of Ragnarok... Yeah, it's quite hard to imagine, isn't it? Yeah.
Ragnarok is the cataclysmic destruction of the cosmos and everything in it, even the gods. When Norse mythology is considered as a chronological set of tales, the story of Ragnarok naturally comes at the very end. For the Vikings, the myth of Ragnarok was a prophecy of what was to come at some unspecified and unknown time in the future, but it had profound ramifications for how the Vikings understood the world in their own time. We'll restore some of those ramifications below. Right. Someday, whenever the Norns, who are...
they're the three people at the base of the Well of the Erd, and they basically they look after all of life, and they
the destinies.
And the destinies of those lives. And should we give them a name? The three Norns? Three ladies? Maybe like Dolores.
Yeah, they don't have names, do they?
Yeah, should we give them some names? Norna,
Norny, Norne. Just give them all that.
So, can you remember? Norny,
French Norn, Norny bastard, and...
yeah, French Norn,
Norny bastard,
and Carmel.
No.
Norn and Glory.
Norn and Glory.
Yeah, that's not bad. Can we write this down somewhere because we will forget it?
We'll remember.
We will definitely.
Someday, whenever the Norns, French Norn, Norny bastard, and Norn and Glory, those inscrutable spinners of fate decreed it, there shall come a great winter, or in Old Norse, Fimblufletter. Unlike any other the world has seen yet. Winter's coming. There's definitely vibes here, isn't there, of winter's coming. And of Songs of Ice and Fire. Nice. George R. Martin. The biting winds will blow snows from all directions, and the warmth of the sun will fail, plunging the earth into unprecedented cold. This winter shall last for the length of 3 normal winters, with no summers in between. Mankind will become so desperate for food and other necessities of life that all laws and morals will fall away, leaving only the bare struggle for survival.
So...
that's just the start.
Yeah, so Ragnarok isn't like an instant cataclysm. It's like a
series of events.
The sun dies, and then they...
And I get the impression they're going to end up getting pretty crazy.
So, hold on. So their hypothesis is that the sun will die, and we'll go through an ice age.
It will start to fail, yeah.
I don't want to read into it, but it does seem very climate changey.
Very climate changey, yeah. So we're going to go for a winter that lasts 3 winters.
Okay.
It will be an age of swords and axes. Brother will slay brother, father will slay son, and son will slay father. The wolves, Skull and Hattie, who have hunted the sun and the moon through the sky since the beginning of time, will at last catch their prey.
Because we saw this earlier.
Now we know their names.
Skull and Hattie. So there's 2 wolves.
There's 2 wolves chasing the sun and the moon.
Respectively.
Respectively,
right?
Yeah. But do you remember that the moon took longer because
it had a bit more free time?
It had a bit more free time, yeah.
So Skull and Hattie finally catch this Saul.
Because we talked about what happens when they get caught.
Yeah.
The answer is it's the second thing to happen in Ragnarok.
Oh, that's not good.
The stars too will disappear, leaving nothing but a black void in the heavens. That's quite an extreme. So you go from a really long winter, God, I bet it can't get any worse than this. Then everyone starts murdering each other for food. Well, it can't get any worse than this. Boom! Black void. Oh, whoops.
Oh, and the lighting is terrible in here.
Yggdrasil, the great tree that holds the cosmos together, will tremble, and all the trees and even the mountains will fall to the ground.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh, yeah. The chain that has been holding back the monstrous wolf, Fenrir, will snap, and the beast will run free.
Fenrir
is Hell's wolf, right?
Yeah, the big wolf.
The big wolf. That was one of Loki's children, is he not?
Oh my, that's a weird.
Or was it pet of Loki's pet?
Yeah,
Did they say that?
I think
he was
so.
one of the things that was cast into the
Yeah.
different realms to keep humans safe.
Yeah, well, he lives in hell, right?
He lives in hell, yeah.
But also, what else as well? I also like the idea that the mountains just fall down. It's sort of like cardboard cutout, just like, oh, fall down now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jormungand, the mighty serpent who dwells at the bottom of the ocean and encircles the land, will rise from the depths, spilling the seas over all the earth that makes the land. Oh, sorry. Jormungand, am I saying that right? Jormungand, the mighty serpent who dwells at the bottom of the ocean and encircles the land, will rise from the depths, spilling the seas over all the earth as he makes landfall.
So, this is the
he,
wolf
like the
serpent.
wolf, was also the other serpent that was
Yeah.
these are some of the monstrous creatures that were set. The wolves were set upon the sun and the moon. That other bigger wolf was set into hell. The serpent was encircled around. It goes around the edge of.
It's a world serpent, isn't it?
Of Milgard. What's
Midgard.
Midgard. It encircles
Milgard.
encircles Midgard, doesn't
Sounds like
it?
Millwall Football Club.
It encircles Midgard, doesn't it?
So,
And that serpent is the thing that Thor really hates, but we'll get onto that.
yeah, that's for another time.
That's for another time.
These convulsions will shake the ship Naglfar, which means nail ship, free from its moorings. This ship, which is made from the fingernails and toenails of dead men and women, will sail easily over the flooded earth. I gotta say, the nail ship does sound really inefficient, and it's gonna take a lot of nails. Its crew will be an army of giants, the forces of chaos and destruction. So the captain will be none other than Loki, the traitor to the gods, who will have broken free of the chains in which the gods had bound him.
That's again a story for another time.
Absolutely. Fenrir, with fire blazing from his eyes and nostrils, will run across the earth, with his lower jaw on the ground and upper jaw against the top of the sky, devouring everything in his path. That's fucking badass.
That
right?
is badass. This is just Earth. This is just Midgard.
Wow.
We don't even know what's happening to the other realms.
And he's eating it all like Snake.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Jormungand will spit venom all over the world, poisoning the land, water, and air.
So Earth's gone. Bye.
Instant. Bam.
Instant. It's been eaten by a wolf.
Wolf and a serpent.
Fuck. What's going to happen to the other ones? Because that's just one of the worlds.
And there's 8 to go.
8 to go.
The dome of the sky will be split, and the crack shall emerge the fire giants from Muspelheim. Their leader shall be Surt, with a flaming sword brighter than the sun in his hand. Do you remember Surt?
I do, yeah. He is the fire giant that is locked up in Muspelheim.
Yeah, which is kind of...
Yeah, what they said.
As they march across the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge to Asgard, which is the home of the gods, the bridge will break and fall behind them. An ominous horn, or Norn, will blast out. An ominous horn blast will ring out. This will be Heimdall, the divine sentry, blowing on the yellow horn to announce the arrival the moment the gods have feared most. Odin will anxiously consult the head of Mimir, the wisest of all beings, for counsel. Okay, let me just... because I mess it up royally all the way through. So, Surt's going to come across with his fire giants.
From Muspelheim, the Fireland.
Yeah, they go to the bridge.
He's going to crack the bridge.
Heimdall's going to be like, yo, check out the horn. Odin's like, okay, we should have prepared to this, but let's go and talk to the head of Mimir. So it's this guy from...
So they know that the day has come.
Yeah. But then again, I think, why do you need to ask for counsel if you know it's going to happen?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter that the Rainbow Bridge is broken between Earth and Asgard because Earth's been swallowed by a giant wolf.
Yeah, no point going back there now. The gods will decide to go to battle, even though they know what the prophecies have foretold concerning the outcome of this clash. They will arm themselves and meet their enemies on a battlefield called Vigrid, which is Old Norse for plain where battle surges.
Odin will fight Fenrir the wolf, and by his side will be the Einhajar.
Haraj.
The Einhajar.
Hurjar. Einhurjar.
Einhurjar.
Yar.
Odin will fight Fenrir, and by his side will be the Einhurjar, the host of his chosen human warriors, whom he has kept in Valhalla for just this moment.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nice.
What's Valhalla again?
Valhalla is if you are a glorious warrior or a really great, if you die gloriously in battle as a Viking, you get sent to Valhalla, which is basically you live amongst the gods as humans amongst the gods.
But now we know there's a purpose for it.
And now we know why that's such a big honour, because you're chosen to then help fight in battle at the end of the world.
But hold on, so they all know they're
and if you're shit in battle, if you're just a terrible Viking or a bad person or a normal everyday person, then you go to hell. But Valhalla specifically for warriors.
So they know they're going to die in this battle. Where do they go after that?
Should we find out that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Odin and the champions of men will fight more valiantly than anyone has ever fought before, but it will not be enough. Fenrir will swallow Odin and his men. Then one of Odin's sons, Vidar, burning with rage, will charge the beast to avenge his father. On one of his feet will be the shoe that has been crafted for this very purpose. It has been made from all the scraps of leather that human shoemakers have ever discarded. And with it, Vidar will hold open the monster's mouth. Then he will stab his sword through the wolf's throat, killing him.
Okay, there's already quite a lot of global warming imagery here, but the best bit is that you gotta reduce, reuse, and recycle all that wasted leather going on my shoes. I like that. That guy's my favourite.
That's nice. Yeah,
he's a green hero,
and he's killed the wolf.
Yeah,
another wolf, Garm, and the god Tyr will slay each other. Heimdall and Loki will do the same, putting a final end to the trickster's treachery, but costing the gods one of their best in the process. So Heimdall and Loki kill each other. The god Freyr and the giant Sturt will also be the end of each other, so they fight each other. So all these people are fighting each other.
Yeah, it's like Avengers Civil War.
Thor and Jormungand, those age-old foes, will both finally have their chance to kill each other. Thor will succeed in felling the giant snake with the blows of his hammer, but the serpent will have covered him in so much venom that he will not be able to stand much longer. He will take 9 paces before falling dead himself and adding his blood to the already saturated soil of Vigrid.
Holy shit.
Then the remains of the world will sink into the sea and there will be nothing left but the void. So it's gone back to how it began.
The Gunga Gap.
The Gunga Gap. Creation and all that has occurred since will be completely undone, as if it had never happened. Some say that is the end of the tale, and of all tales that for the matter. But others hold that new world, green and beautiful, will arise out of the waters. Vidar and a few other gods, Vali, but some of them that survived. Vidar, Vali, Baldar, Holdar, and Thor's son, Modi and Magni, will survive the downfall of the old world and will live joyously in the new one. And a man and a woman, Leif and Lithsir, will have hidden themselves from the cataclysm in a place called the Wood of Hodmimir, and will now come out and populate the lush land in what they will find themselves. A new sun, the daughter of the previous one, will rise in the sky, and all this will be presided over by a new almighty ruler. So it's got like a reincarnation vibe. The world will end, but it will... That's cool, man.
But also, I think the most brave thing about Ragnarok is that we see not only heroes but gods die as well. Like they, because
they know their sacrifice will mean that it will happen again.
Yeah,
it will be better.
And well, not necessarily again, but it'll be like there's a life after that as well. And
because they will all know this story. That's the whole point. Is everyone knows this is what happens.
Yeah, and they. Oh wow, that's pretty intense. And yeah, we don't really see gods killing gods in Greek mythology, but this is like so these lifelong rivalries come to a head. This is quite magnificent, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty intense.
And that's why it's important to know Ragnarok before you start, because all Vikings will know that this is what happens. And because, like they say, Norse mythology is purely chronological, so everything happens on a certain timeline. Yeah. So it's important that we have the beginning of creation and the 9 realms, and we have the end. And now we're going to see all those intricate myths that kind of pepper along the way.
And we're going to really drive deep on the detail as well.
Yeah. And things are going to happen between then and now, but we know that this is all worth it because of what will happen in Ragnarok.
Anyway, should we go and rank it then?
Let's go rank it. Ragnarok.
So, Dan, we just witnessed Ragnarok, the end of the world.
We have, yeah.
How are you feeling?
Good. I mean, now I guess we finished North Mythology. Don't need to do it again.
Yep. Next up, what are we doing next? Greek again,
yeah.
But I think it was we discussed. We said it was important to do this one to begin with earlier on, just so
it is. Everything I've read on Norse mythology always prefaces it at the beginning.
Yeah, and I think
that's an important part of their particular mythos.
And also, it's pretty badass. Right?
It's pretty badass. Yeah.
So Ben,
it's cool as well that we're also getting a prelude to characters. It's like the start of a movie when you see the last scene and then it goes back and you watch it. That's basically what Norse mythology is.
Yes, and I feel that's going to lead to some high marks on our ranking scale out of 40 on 4 different categories. So out of 10, we have life skills, the practical things that we learned. So what have we learned today in Ragnarok?
We have learned today life skills a lot.
We learned how to break a bridge.
Learn how to break a bridge. We learned how to kill a giant. We learned how to kill a wolf. We learned how to let a wolf loose. We know how to eat the earth.
And then how to poison it as well.
We know how to poison it. We knew how to flood the earth. We knew how to sail a ship. The giant sailed
how to build out nails.
We learned how to blow a horn.
Also, in terms of recycling, nails and footwear. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Learned how to foretell prophecies and
how to fight the most awesome battle that's ever been foretold.
Yes. We learned what Valhalla was for, but that's more moral. I don't know. There's other stuff as well. I think there's a lot there. What happened at the start? Learn how to learn how to kill brother versus brother.
Yeah.
Learn how to survive in the winter.
Yeah.
We learned shaking a tree.
I might be scraping the barrel there.
Yeah, but okay. I think this is pretty.
I think it's high.
Don't be mad. I'm going to say 10.
It's not a 10 on life skills.
Dissuade me.
Because I don't think there was enough of
building a ship, building boots.
No, but the ship was already built, that's the whole point. It just snapped off its moorings and was sailed.
No, well, we still learnt it, and also we learnt...
We did, but we're going to go back to that myth and we'll learn more about that ship.
But we won't learn... That doesn't detract from right now. Okay. We had a big old fire sword, we learned how to break a bridge.
Yeah. I think we learned how to break a bridge and we learned how to kill a lot of people.
There's other stuff.
We learned how to eat the world.
Okay. Let's say a healthy...
I think it's because I was thinking 8.
8, maybe 9?
Still seems high.
But how about Emir? Because you gave him 9.
That just have a lot of creativity because they literally built lots of stuff.
Yeah, we tore it down. Same thing. In reverse order.
I think you are, in this particular myth, the life skills are not high. It's because you know that the stuff has gone into those individual myths will be high in life skills, and you've jumped the gun. That's what I think you've done.
But I still...
Oh, the ship! We built the ship! No, we didn't learn to build the ship in this one, though, did we? It was already built. In the other myths, I'm sure we'll learn how to build that ship.
Okay.
The shoemaker. Oh, but the shoes! No, we didn't learn how to do that specifically in this.
No, but I think it was in this, though, right?
No, we just learned it's just foretelling,
okay.
You know, that thing that was built, because... This was hundreds of myths all in one, and we're now going to go back over the next few episodes, and now we're going to have to actually go into all of these in detail. That's the whole point of Ragnarok. Come on, you got to give me that.
8. Okay, 8. That's a hard one. And also, that's the first ever time I listened to Dan.
Morals. Okay, that's quite high.
10. No.
Well, the overall thing about Ragnarok is important. That everything is finite.
Yeah, we would discuss that as well.
Have your place in the universe.
And
you grow up knowing that this is what's going to happen. The gods even know this is what's going to happen. So Odin goes to that fight knowing that he will die.
And also, everyone who goes to Valhalla dies in battle knows that they're going to die in battle as well.
Again, yeah. But it's going to be... imagine what that looked like. Imagine what Ragnarok would have looked like from a spectacle point of view.
We should film it. Wait, what? We should create a movie of this.
Yeah.
No one's ever done this before.
No one's ever done it. There's no popular movies out recently called
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You should definitely do it. But yeah, I think it's really it's pretty intense. I like it. Morals though, yeah, I think that's a strong one.
Valhalla one's a strong one. Fighting valiantly.
your rivals, fighting your rivals, and also
Yeah.
don't kill your brothers and
Don't kill your brothers and your son.
fathers.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed that no women are killing each other there.
No, but it's okay to hide because those man and woman hide, and then they end up repopulating the earth.
Okay, yeah, Magni and yeah. I like this. I'm gonna say 7.
Yeah, I think 7.
Is that alright?
That's what I had in my head.
Creativity.
Oh, it's pretty fucking creativity. Woo!
I'm gonna just say 10 off the bat.
It's a 10. Has that been 10 10s in a row? No, 3
Yeah.
10s in a row.
10,
You know what I mean? 10
Three
10 10.
3 10s in a
We
row.
have been doing the super creative stuff though, because we've been doing a huge.
Yeah.
The last 3 have been a big overview.
We're not being lenient, but I'm just saying that we've done like the 3 of the biggest ones, I'd say.
Yeah,
And
these are the overview myths.
But these are the ones. Yeah, these are the ones that kind of compile all the things. These are the. Yeah, we're sewing all the myths into this. If you know what I mean. We've got the. Essentially, we've got the bread or the sandwiches, and we're going to put the fillings in between.
Yeah.
Right?
It's 10 though, isn't
Yeah,
it? Let's be
yeah.
like so much stuff just happened. I mean,
Alright.
who comes up with that crap?
But here's the debate-worthy one: WTF? I think it's quite high.
It
We've
is
got
quite high.
a wolf eating the world.
We've got the wolf eating the world. We've got
Solemn, Skatey and Haiti.
catch up with the sun and
Yes.
moon. We've got
Brother kill brother.
brother killing brother. We've got Loki being a dick. We've got serpent.
Surtur as well, and
Yeah.
and
We've got a ship made of toenails.
yeah.
We've got a guy who watches everyone get slain by a giant fire giant, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll just use my by a giant wolf." He's like, "Oh, I'll just use my shoe."
Yeah.
Could have done at the beginning, mate.
And also,
Why
like,
did you not do that at the beginning?
it's like Odin, the Allfather, the person who's been on this wolf for such a long time. How did he die? He got killed by a wolf. Oh, how did that wolf die? Shoe.
Or is it that the wolf was so weakened that it was now able to be killed by this shit? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Less fun when you put it like that, though. What are you thinking? A lot of blood, a lot of death, quite gory. Not OTT gory, but we've got the gods killing each other. That's and also poisoning the world. The fact that 4 dies and these rivalries all pan out, and everything gets destroyed as well. Imagine that happening in the Greek world. This is on a different level than we've ever seen before as well.
Yeah. How many WTF moments were there though?
Nail ship.
Is it like messed up?
Well,
I was thinking like an 8.
it's gory, right?
It's gory, yeah.
Okay, maybe not a 10. Because it's not like... Yeah, it's not like full out WTF. There's a lot of like grand moments, I suppose. Tell you what, it's not that as much WTF. It's more
creative and awe-inspiring.
It's not messed up.
No.
Well, it is a bit messed up. Like
It's a bit messed up. It's like a 7 or an 8.
Are we going for 7 or 8?
What do you think?
I was originally going for higher, but I did kind of talk myself out of it. But I think 8's fair.
8's fair. I think 8.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the whole thing is pretty messed up. Oh, it's going to be high, isn't it?
Oh my god, this could be a groundbreaking one, Dan. 8 plus 7 plus 10 plus 8, which is 33?
Doing the maths,
33?
I'm doing the maths, I'm doing the...
33.
Yes, 33.
Yeah.
It's high, that is high.
It's good.
I even had the other league table.
Oh, fuck you. Oh,
Wow, a good one, Hammer.
yeah, I
Are
like
you
it.
looking forward to now we've got the creation myths, we know how the world was started, we know about the 9 realms, and we know how it's all going to end at the end of the timeline. Are you excited to now start going and doing these really in-depth, going into the actual individual stories that take part along this timeline? Yes or no?
No,
No,
because now I'm facing an existential crisis now. Like, nothing matters now.
Nothing matters now. We know
Do
what's
what I
going on.
want. I'm going to go to Valhalla, become a hero. But no, I'm very excited about that. But hope you enjoyed it, listener. It's been an absolute pleasure to recant these tales with you, and I hope you've enjoyed Dan and I's company. And if you want to get more in touch with us, you can email us. Why that's Dan.
Miffspodcast@gmail.com.
You say it with more enthusiasm as if you want them to. You'd be warm and inviting.
Miffspodcast@gmail.com.
That's like someone's telling you like a Peregrine Falcons died.
Has it?
Yeah, all of them died.
Oh, that's sad.
They died in Ragnarok.
Oh, well, they would have done, wouldn't they?
Actually, they
Brian Eagle would have died too.
No.
Yeah, because
No.
Yggdrasil fell to the ground, didn't it?
Oh. Yeah, but Brian's hit.
It's all burned it
He's
up.
in Egyptian mythology now. But yeah, you can follow us online at Miff Podcast, and you can email us with suggestions. And on top of that, you can leave us 5 stars on iTunes, and also donate to us on our Patreon. Dan, what else can people do? I'm pointing at me right now. What can people do?
Come and visit you on your tour.
Yeah! Whereabouts am I going, off the top of your head?
You are going to up north, the West Country, down south, and London.
That's all the dates I'm doing! No, I'm doing 12 dates at Leeds? Just off the top of my head. Leeds, Hastings, Brighton, London, Wimbledon. We're also doing Whitstable. Doing some great places, some really good places, and you can find them all on my website. Bristol, doing that as well, doing some great places, so you can check it out on my tickets all available from my website, www.matthosscomedy.com. There's a little page that says tour, and you can come and see that. Or if you want to see me do my work in progress show, or my brand new show called Hossanova, come and check that out. Have you got anything to plug, Dan?
Yeah, come and see me seeing Matt in Wimbledon.
Yeah, on the 22nd of February at the New Wimbledon Theatre.
Where I've also performed.
Yeah.
Small world.
Actually, do you want to do my support?
Yeah, I'll do your support.
But then you might get the crowd on your side.
Yeah, that's true. We don't want that, do we?
Yeah. It's like when Queen supported Mott the Hoople in 1975, I think? 1973, I think. 1973. And, at the start of the tour, Queen was supporting Mott the Hoople, but towards the end, Mott the Hoople was supporting Queen.
Nice.
There you go. There, he's back in town, isn't he? Oh, the Matt Hoss train. Choo-choo! Leaving Virginville. Anyway, please get in touch with us, and we'd love to hear from you more as well. I've been Matt Hoss.
I've been Dan Rhodes.
And what is it? Oh, and now we're going to go sleep in hostel together.
Bye!
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 Miffs, 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 Miffs.
Sorry, I really got full. Okay.
Oh, it's the silent ones. It's gonna be bad.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
like my movie choices. These convulsions will shake the ship Naglafar, which is Northward Nail ship, free from its moorings. Sorry, I wish.
Oh, that was rank.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
That was unbelievably disgusting.
Not that
You
bad.
just snorted your own snot.
Frankly, I want a live apology, please.
Go on.
Have a live apology, please.
What? Oh, what's a live apology? Live, the apology. You feeling better?
Yeah, let's not.
Nice.
So let's do this line again. Actually, just drop more. Back into it, baby. Oh, please build it on me as well.
Please don't.
Am I okay?
It was because you're firing water into your mouth from about a foot away. Why are you just putting it You're going to dribble everywhere. Oh, Matt!
I'm tired. Okay. All right. Here we go.